know you may be thinking, why in the world would I have two? Sometimes Hello travel friends, I'm Regina, and this is Going Away Guide. Today's video is actually a bit personal for me. And it was a video that I was going to make later in the year, but given some recent events, I really feel like I need to make it now because everybody is in travel mode for the summer. Recently in Mexico, a couple died at a very nice hotel, and it was because of carbon monoxide poisoning. Probably happens more than you know. We know that there's about 170 cases a year of people dying because of carbon monoxide poisoning. And it often happens when you're on vacation, believe it or not. It's kind of crazy. Last year, a family in Mexico died in an Airbnb. Last July, 24 people were sickened in Eureka Springs, Arkansas at their hotel, and 10 were hospitalized. Thankfully, in that case, nobody died. But the month before, at Sandals Emerald Bay, 3 people died from carbon monoxide poisoning. So it is something that happens, and it's something we don't tend to think about when we're going on vacation. So it is a risk, it's real, and it happens. Carbon monoxide is considered an invisible killer because we can't see it, taste it, or smell it. And that happens when fuel burning appliances are poorly ventilated or are improperly used. So when we travel, we're relying on someone else to properly maintain things like a gas furnace, a gas range, a gas fireplace, an oven, a hot water heater. And then there's other sources of carbon monoxide like attached garages and underground garages where cars are left running. Carbon monoxide poisoning is for the most part preventable. So you may be wondering, well, what can I do? For more than 10 years, I have traveled with a carbon monoxide monitor. The one that I travel with is from a company called CO Experts. I don't have any affiliation with them. I have just relied on their product for, as I was saying, over a decade. And it is small, it's portable, and it has a little stand you can attach. So when you get to your destination, you just set it up and you can literally put it on a shelf somewhere in a room and it does its job. I also have a second one. I know you may be thinking, why in the world would I have two? Sometimes we're staying in a big enough property that having two is better than one, and I don't always travel with two. But when we're staying in a property that's multi-level and we have a lot of people and a lot of space to cover, I will also bring the one that I have by SensorCon. And again, I'm not affiliated with them, but what this does is give me some assurances that if I have a gas appliance in the kitchen and then there's a furnace, I can put different monitors on different levels and have some protection. You know, as I said, this is personal for me, and that's because many years ago I was poisoned by carbon monoxide, and that is what prompted me to start carrying it when I was traveling. In the 10 or so years that I have carried a carbon monoxide monitor with me, it has gone off once. And that was when we were having dinner at a really nice restaurant at a very nice hotel, and it was actually in my purse because I hadn't set up in the hotel room yet. And when it went off, I was a little surprised. And when I talked to the restaurant manager, they did call the fire department, and when they came out, they identified that the problem was the hood above the gas range was not properly ventilating the combustion from the gas stove. So the carbon monoxide was leaking into the restaurant, and the hotel did not have any alarms for carbon monoxide. I was glad I had it because not only did they catch it really early before anybody could get sick, I also was pretty happy that they caught it because we were staying at the hotel that night. And my monitor didn't go off anymore after they resolved the problem in the kitchen. So while it isn't a really pleasant topic, Some important information to know is that the American Hotel and Lodging Association, they strongly recommend to their members to have carbon monoxide monitors on their properties, but many don't because they only have to follow local laws. Airbnb and VRBO also both strongly encourage their hosts to install carbon monoxide monitors in their properties, but they're not mandatory. However, on Airbnb, you can check on a listing's safety and security section to see if they have a carbon monoxide monitor. And you can also ask an owner before you book, do you have carbon monoxide monitors on the property? They won't really need one if they only have, if the house is all electric or all solar. But if they have gas-fired appliances, you would want to have a carbon monoxide monitor. I personally feel more comfortable bringing my own, and that's because I know how to test my devices and I replace them in a timely manner when they need to be replaced. But that's just me. You don't have to. But you do need to be aware that carbon monoxide can be an issue and it is a killer. So as unpleasant as that is, I hope this video was informative for you and at least brings to your attention that there is a danger in traveling sometimes that we should be aware of. Thanks for stopping by and spending a few minutes with me. I hope you'll like this video and subscribe and come back again soon. Thanks for stopping by.